My dear students, welcome back to my YouTube English channel, English with Malik sir. In the previous classes, we have discussed about the importance of spoken English and side by side the benefits, advantages, the aspects of spoken English. Again, how to develop spoken English. It means there are various tips or guidelines for spoken English. We have also discussed in connection with the active learning, active reading, self involvement, self practice. Side by side, we have also discussed about the importance of taking part in seminars, debates, different competitions, so that you can easily develop your spoken English and you can speak fluently with confidence and there will be no problem. These are definite most important factor. And self-involvement, self-practice and self-preparation is very necessary in this connection. Therefore, in today's segment, we are going to discuss about how self-involvement, self-help is the best help. In the sense, there is a very good saying that self-help is the best help. In the sense, whatever the activity it may be, whenever we involve ourselves in that activity wholeheartedly, by our heart and soul, definitely we can achieve success. Break the ice. Break the ice, what we have discussed, means start speaking. Breaking silence and starting speaking is called break the ice. Okay? Now, start speaking at any time, spontaneously. Try to speak spontaneously. Spontaneously. It means that automatically. It means you can fluently speak without thinking, without feeling anything. Otherwise, you can speak spontaneously about what you see, how you feel, what you did during the day, etc. Yes, you can also speak. This is sort of practice, speaking practice, definitely will help you in speaking fluently. This practice is done by the actress and many persons, dancers, those who perform in public places. They also practice before mirror, and here we find this is also a very good practice that should be continued for speaking English fluently during the day. Will help you feel more and more comfortable in speaking English. Yes, now come to the other factors. Use every opportunity in the class, every opportunity in class to speak English. Yes, this is what you call participation. Don't remain silent. Don't sit idly in the class. Whenever your teacher is asking question, you raise your hand and definitely try your best to answer the questions freely, without any fear. Yes, you may make any mistake, but that mistake is the stepping stone for learning a lot. Therefore, never sit idle. Raise your hand, take part in the group discussion or classroom discussions. That is the best platform or place for speaking English. Yes, and yes, English to your classmates and teachers. Okay? Another good way to practice is speaking with your friends and family members, because as we have discussed earlier, that friends and family members are very nearer and very close to us. Yes, in informal speaking, you can easily speak before them, and they are your very nearer and dearers. Definitely they will never mind, they will never criticize, rather they will guide you in a very proper way. Yes, and therefore this is very interesting factor. You can develop your fluency in speaking, and the more English you speak, the easier, yes, the easier you will find speaking. Definitely it is very natural. You, if you start speaking and speaking and speaking, then definitely you will speak one day, because our one step takes us miles and miles away, and we can achieve success one day. Yes, this is completely true, absolutely true. Yes. Now come the next idea, writing. Writing helps you improve your speaking. Take down new idioms, phrases, proverbs, unfamiliar words, figurative language. Yes, if you find at the time of your study, if you find any difficulty in any words, go through the dictionary, and that is very called here Google search. You may search Google, in then you can easily find the meaning of that word and take it down. If you just take it down, then it helps you a lot. Sometimes students neglect in taking down, they fail, and therefore take down as far as is possible. And yes, for development of style of your speaking, and try to use in your day-to-day life situations. Yes, this is very natural, and use it therefore in your day-to-day life situation. That is very essential. During quiet moment, practice pronouncing and using them. Therefore writing is also very much helpful. You just make a note, or the video what I am sending, you try to go through that video and find out the important points, take down in your notebooks and study. Then that will help you in keeping your memory, and that any speaking and writing properly. Yes, so writing is also very important. It was a practice which was continued by me. Yes, so whenever I was a student, I used to do such type of things. Whenever there is any nice proverb or saying, idiom, or any phrase, interesting phrase, that is figurative phrase, I used to take it down in my notes. Then follow this practice. This is a very good practice of learning English more and more. Yes, come to the point. That is another. Solo practice. Yes, solo practice. You see, this is very interesting. Solo practice. In the sense, it means here we find solo practice. Solo practice in the sense practice by single person, solo, and here and can help you a lot to record your daily activities in the sense what you have done throughout the day. At the end of the day, before going to bed, you can write it in your diary. That is also helpful for your writing and speaking English. Yes, this is also a very good method, and therefore here daily activities and record in English diary. Write out a to-do list. This is also another important factor. This depends upon our practice. If we just want to prepare ourselves to do any or plan or anything in the future, in recent future or distant future, we can make a list. That is what we call to-do list. क्या करना है? It means you can prepare a to-do list for what you are going to perform tomorrow or in the coming afternoon. Yes. Now come. This is what we call to-do list for tomorrow, or the biggest lesson in your life. Just for example, you have enjoyed a biggest lesson in your life, then you just take interest, and that lesson will help you, guide you in shaping your career in future. Therefore, here we find the matter in life. Advantages and disadvantages of mobile phone. It means this is a factor. It means you can write over the mobile phone. It means no doubt number of advantages are there, number of disadvantages are there. That depends upon us. It is not the fault of mobile phone. It is the fault of the users. The users should know how to use and when to use and what is the purpose of use. Yes, dark sides are there, no doubt. We have to go for bright sides, then definitely we can save or we can learn a lot. We can write also something so that will be helpful you in speaking, in debate competitions or any competition, seminars, etc. and also at the time of writing. Yes, double benefit. Speaking helps also in writing. If you develop speaking, your writing skill will also develop. Yes, now come the other idea, that is see yourself as an English speaker. It means you must have seen the English speakers, those who are speaking fluently. Yes, try to imitate them. I can also speak English like this, and this is what you call, that is what you call, see your English speaker, and you can help boost your confidence, and build your courage naturally. That will encourage you, that will provide boost for speaking English fluently. And yes, be patient, never be discouraged. It is also a very good advice for you, because be patient, always be patient, and yes, never be discouraged. Don't lose your heart whenever you commit any mistake. Don't carry it, but try to know the mistake and try to recover that mistake so that you can learn from that mistake. Therefore, making error or making mistakes is not a sort of crime. We have to be very much careful that we should learn where is the mistake and how that mistakes can be removed, avoided. Yes, that is the factor. Now yes, setting goals can help. Naturally, setting goals, it means we have to set goals, what to do in future and how to do. Yes, that goal is target, the aim, ambition should be set. And yes, setting goals can help you to stay focused and motivated. Stay focused and motivated. Start with small goals. Yes, start with small goals. And for example, you can set a goal to learn 5 new words. Very good. For example, you have made up your mind that I will learn 5 new words in a day. And that will help you. That will help you, because your one day 5 new words will help you tomorrow's another 10 or 15, 20 new words. Then definitely your brain will filled with the number of vocabulary power. That is what we call word power. And that words will help you in speaking and writing English properly, confidently. Yes, every day and practice these words in sentences. Yes, after learning words and phrases, it is your duty to apply these words and phrases at the time of speaking in your day-to-day life. Yes, this is the best way how to learn the words and phrases and to practice or to implement in practice in our day-to-day lifetime activities. Yes, and set bigger goals. Then after setting small goals, we have to develop bigger goals. The beginners, early learners are advised to make small sentences. Then they can write big sentences. First start with a simple sentence, small words with small words. It means words or phrases, few words or phrases. Then they can definitely make compound sentence, complex sentence. Yes, remember, gradually it can be possible. Come next. Maybe you can set a goal to have a short conversation every day, in the sense short conversation every day. You can continue short conversation every day on your any activity. For example, you are in a mood to have a game, a friendly friendly match with your friends. Definitely you can also talk in English. Yes, and you are the captain, and you can also speak English. How to play such a game with success, and who will be the leading players of the bowlers and batsmen, etc. You can also speak in English. Yes, and celebrate your achievement no matter how small that may. Yes, that is called self-encouragement. We have to be happy whenever we speak English confidently, and our friends and teachers praise us. Yes, nobody answered the question but you. At that moment, you feel pleasure. That pleasure will help you in speaking a lot in future. Yes, that is a very interesting factor. That is where which helps us in self motivation in speaking English fluently. And the other idea, a wearer knows where the shoe pinches. In the sense, the person who wears the shoes knows where the shoe pinches. Therefore, you know your plus points and minus points. It means your weakness and also your strength. And yes, therefore, try to know all this, and then how we can improve easily in speaking English day by day. Yes. Now come here. We find that self-help is the best help. Self-help is the best help. In the sense, this is a very interesting factor. It means if we involve ourselves in the process of helping ourselves in speaking English, then English speaking becomes easier. Yes, learn English joyfully. Yes, we have discussed that learning with pleasure is very important factor. Whenever we feel pleasure at the time of learning, definitely that learning becomes ours, and we enjoy learning, and that learning becomes permanent. Yes, and here self-confidence. By self-confidence, self-effort, self-motivation, and self-practice. These are very key phrases for speaking English fluently. Self-confidence. Without self-confidence, I can definitely speak English. हम होंगे कामयाब. Self-confidence. Self-effort. Without self-effort, self-attempt, we cannot achieve the best. Self-motivation. We have to motivate ourselves that I can also speak English fluently like many English speakers. Yes, side by side, self-practice. Without practice, because practice makes man perfect. This is a very good saying, and we have to respect it. We have to practice so that self-practice will make us perfect in speaking English. It is absolutely true that we can learn a lot from the things. Yes, we can learn a lot from the things we enjoy. Yes, whenever you enjoy a lot, you learn a lot, in the sense that at the time of cooking, at the time of gardening, at the time of painting or drawing, similarly at the time of reading, at the time of learning English, if we enjoy, then that learning becomes perfect and it helps us at any time in our lifetime at the time of speaking and writing. Yes, therefore enjoy. It is a matter of pleasure. Yes, joyful learning is therefore very essential in our life. Yes, my dear students, let's see how. Eat, sleep, and breathe. English. It means what does it mean? Eat, sleep, and breathe. In the sense, if you are involved in the process of speaking English, then eat, sleep, and breathe. It means you have to remain in the atmosphere. You have to build up your atmosphere of what? That is learning English, and English. It means in English environment one can. Then how can you can? In the sense you can make it possible by building up your environment of speaking English. Yes, it means by involving yourself. Your self-involvement will create the environment for learning English. Eat, sleep, and breathe English means you. You eat, you sleep, and you breathe. Again, it means takes ardent interest. This is the idea of eat, sleep, and breathe. Ardent interest. It means keen interest. It means very much interest in learning English. Okay? And here, therefore, this is the most important factor for learning English. Again, another, what we have discussed that practice makes man perfect. Recently, I have told you, practice makes man perfect. Very important factor for doing anything, not only English, but also anything. Practice. You see, here we find practice makes man perfect. Therefore, to master spoken English, continue practice, and practice. It means nothing but practice. It means the more we practice, in the sense, for example, you are trying to juggle, it means synonyms of beautiful. Yes, keep now beautiful, use now cute, nice, decent, good looking, yes, and mind blowing, eye catching. Definitely you are just using number of words, and whenever we learn synonyms, we have to use it in our spoken and written English in different times. And then this practice makes us perfect so that we can express ourselves fluently without any stop. Yes, therefore, this is very important factor. Practice, and practice. Okay, next come here we find the method, and it is a key to learning any language. Yes, key, I mean the major factor for to learning any language. More and more regular exposure. Whenever we expose ourselves at the time of writing and at the time of speaking again and again, definitely highly essential this for learning English. So practice yourself at least half an hour or 1 hour. My dear students, you are advised, you are suggested to practice English at least half an hour or 1 hour if possible. Half an hour, or you continue your process of study, according to course. Okay, in which level or standard you are. Doesn't matter. The matter is here that you have to give some time. It means at least half an hour. Yes, that is enough. If possible, one hour in a day. So here we find that if you continue practice, definitely you will continue in speaking or practicing a number of new words and phrases which are very essential for your speaking English. Yes, understood? Now come. The idea here we find that playing speaking games, attention, speaking games of any small issue of your day-to-day life. Yes, any small issue you may discuss on your examination, the midterm examinations, or your final exam, or your cricket match, or your regular day-to-day activities, whatever what you have done just early morning. You see, listen here, we find all these activities can be discussed in English with your friends or family members or anybody whom you prefer your nearer. Yes, and here we find if nobody is there, yes, nobody is there, then you can also speak English within alone. It means whenever you are completely alone, you can speak English. And here, this monologue will help you in speaking English well. Yes, and day-to-day life in choice without stopping. Remember, the more we practice, the more we can learn English. This is very clear. The more, it means comparatively, the more we practice, the more we learn. Therefore, my dear students, practice. And yes, one day that practice will help you in speaking English fluently. Okay, come next. And another, that is what you call the idea in connection with the review. That is the matter how review and review. As we know, practice and review. In the same similar way, review and review. You things you have studied in past. For example, yesterday you have learnt a rule of grammar that while one action was continuing, in the meantime another action happened. For continuous action, past progressive, and for the instant action, simple past. Yes, this is the rule. And if you want to remember this rule, your teacher have definitely given you one or two examples, but you have to apply it in thousands of examples in your day-to-day life. For example, while I was going to school, it started raining. Yes, while I was going to school, it started raining. Yes, while Mahesh was sleeping, the doorbell rang. So one action was continuing, another action happened. Then only you can develop the spirit of speaking English. Therefore, review. It means review. So that the past knowledge will remain in your brain with the help of practice and review. Yes, therefore review things you have studied in past. Yes, give your opinions on a book, yes, movie, a teaching of your teacher, popular TV show, and share your opinions with others. Share your opinions of others to check your writing errors. Yes, if you want to just share your feelings about any film, about any match, cricket match or football or any match, or any your the participation in the science exhibition or any field of activity. Yes, you can write and share to your friend. Those who are in distant places, they can also help you. Your uncle, your any distant related persons can help you. Those who are expert or those who have knowledge in the field of English, then they can also guide you correcting your mistakes. Yes, if possible, contact your teacher, your favorite teacher, who will guide you in a proper manner. Yes, this is the matter. And here, therefore, review is also another very interesting factor for speaking English. Yes. Yes, now come next, make the mirror. Yes, this is also very interesting factor. Sometimes whenever we are alone at home or in our study room and there is a mirror, you can make mirror your best friend. In the sense, start before mirror, you can definitely see your reflection, and yes, here we find best friend, and side by side start talking to yourself using monologue. Monologue means whenever a person only speaks and listens, that is what you call monologue. There is no listener. Whenever two persons, it means conversation, then dialogue. Being an English language student, learn more about the communication skill. Yes, communication skill. Yes, there are different communication skills which will be discussed in the subsequent class. That how to invite sympathy, fellow feeling, etc., love, and that is ability to introduce self and introduce others, how to apologize, how to express our sympathy. A number of very interesting techniques of that is what I call communication skills will be discussed in subsequent classes. Yes, and here we find like introducing oneself and others. Yes, expressing thanks, appreciation. Whenever we appreciate someone, praise someone, that is what I call apology, request, offer, suggestion, wish, etc. And so you see, it means these are the communication skills. That very skills will be discussed in a very interesting manner. I will give you a number of examples of communicative English in the subsequent classes. Remember, this is also very important factor to remember by self. Yes, and how finally we find that tongue twister. This is also tongue twister, twisting tongue. This is also another interesting activity. Tongue twisters can help you for practice for at least a few minutes each day. So this tongue twisters naturally train us, training lips and tongues. It means how our lips and tongues help us in speaking. That tongue twisters make us smarter in speaking and expressing our feelings in a perfect manner. Therefore, lips and tongues to pronounce English words. For example, if you struggle with the sound, try the classic tongue twister. This is classic tongue twister. Is what? C cells by the seashore. You see, here we find 6 sound of S, that is what we call alliteration, repetition of consonant sound, and this is used in our tongue twister. And we find here C cells. You see, C cells, cells, C cells, cells which are found in the sea, okay, by the seashore, just nearby the seashore, the shore of the sea. Yes, so this is also very interesting factor. This is what we call tongue twister, and this is universally accepted. And now come here, we find another Carlos, consonant, clarity, contributed to her communicative competence. Yes, here we also find another, the very interesting ideas for 6 use of C. Carlos, a girl's or woman's consonant clarity. It is clarity in of a consonant contributed to her communicative competence. It means Clara is very much that is what we call expert in expressing that is what we call consonant sounds in her expression very clearly. Yes, another that is what this is also Bella boasted. Another sentence, Bella boasted blending brilliantly. Bella boasted blending languages brilliantly. Yes, that is what we call Bella had the capacity of blending the languages brilliantly, means very smartly. This is nothing but a game of words. How we use the words and phrases at the time of speaking is very good art. Therefore, we should remember Steve's coach. Yes, Steve's coach suggested someone's slow speech secures superior speaking. Yes, here we find also repetition of yes. Steve's coach suggested sometimes slow speech secures superior speaking. Naturally, there is no necessity of the factor that we have to speak loud. Speak aloud, but if we speak slowly, that can also and completely, perfectly, that can also touch the heart of our listeners, and we can also be praised by others. Yes, this is very interesting factor to remember. Means it will be continued because this is the third session of how to speak English fluently. These are the magic items or magic, that is what we call guidelines for speaking English fluently, and this magic can be possible whenever you follow these steps in speaking English. Yes, with this I am going to conclude this session. Definitely you must have enjoyed this session and follow the guidelines and read the video and try to take down notes in your notebooks, and that will help you in speaking English fluently and confidently. Thank you for being with me. See you in the next class. For today, wishing you all the best. Bye.